students, welcome to today's session. This is Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu, and today we will be starting with a new chapter, Old Man at the Bridge from your ICSE textbook. Right, so let me begin with the chapter, and I would not make an elaborate introduction right away. As and when I proceed with the chapter, I will be telling you about few events that you should know before going and delving deeper into the chapter. Right, so Old Man at the Bridge. From the title, what can we understand? There is an old man, of course. So yes, and there is a bridge. Okay, so this is what we understand. Now let us see what is associated with the old man and how is the old man associated with the bridge. And let me remind you that this story is rich in symbolism. So old man, bridge, everything, all the events that we will be soon going through, all the events have symbolic significance, right? So please understand the events very carefully. Today we will be not delving into the symbolic significance and all. Today we will be just concentrating on the events of the story, right? So stay tuned, guys. The Old Man at the Bridge is by Ernest Hemingway, and he's one of my favorite authors. So if you have read any other story by Ernest Hemingway, do let me know in the chat box right now. Now, about Ernest Hemingway, he is an American journalist, novelist, and short story writer. And this is, it's a short story that we are going to do today. He won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954, and he published 7 novels, 6 short story collections, and 2 non-fiction works. Many of his works are considered classic of American literature. So now here, Ernest Hemingway, he's an American journalist, so he's completely associated with American literature, not British literature. There is a difference between the two. I hope you know that. And this story is based upon an Easter Sunday stopover. 1 minute. Okay, at Ebro River during his coverage of the Spanish Civil War. Okay, in April 1938. So the backdrop against which the story is set is Spanish Civil War. Okay, so before proceeding with the chapter, I would love to, I would love the fact that all of you should quickly research about Spanish Civil War and let me know in the chat, in the comment section. So we will be discussing that in the next session. So what do you know about Spanish Civil War? Right, now we begin this chapter with a beautiful quote, and which is quite relevant with this to this chapter as well, that we're going to very soon delve into. Right, now the quote says, "History more often records the brilliant successes and spectacular defeats of contending forces than the effect of war on the common people." Please note, effect of war on the common people. So the title, which is The Old Man at the Bridge. So the old man is you, the old man is me, the old man is us. That is common people, right? So what is the quote telling you? In your history books, what do you read? When you read about wars, you read about what? The spectacular defeats of contending forces. That means the forces which are at war with each other. For example, if you talk about, let's say, World War. So when you study about World War, do you study about the impact the war had on common people? Or do you study about the Allied powers, the Axis powers, and what they did, what were the policies followed, right? So that is what the story is going to focus on. The effect of war on the common people, right? So let us delve into the analysis first and then deeper into the story. So as I told you that the backdrop is Spanish Civil War, and Hemingway was associated with North American Newspaper Association. So he was a journalist, as I told you in the introduction itself, but decided to submit his snippet of writing as a short story to a magazine instead of a journalistic article, which accounts to a certain extent for its short length, right? So why is this story so short? Because he decided initially he was writing for the Newspaper Association, North American Newspaper Association, but he decided to submit this snippet of writing as a short story to a magazine itself instead of a journalistic article. Now let us begin with the story. But before beginning with the story, guys, let me tell you something very important. Those who have still not subscribed to Vedantu subscription, guys, kindly watch this out. We are dealing with the major problems that you face, and after conducting a survey, what we have found out is the problems that you face are you have so many doubts, you do not have proper notes, tests and assignments, you also lag behind. Competitive exams, choice of schedule, choice of language are the other major issues. But don't worry, they are not going to be hurdles for you anymore because we in our platform have solved all the problems that you face. Doubts we have the class teachers and the master teacher. So this entire team of class teacher is only focused on your doubt solving, guys. So doubts, they all will be cleared in the class instantaneously live. So you are not going to pile up your doubts anymore. Notes after each and every session, assignment after each and every session. We do take care of competitive exams, and we also take monthly tests. That too, giving you a performance report of that test, which is going to enable you to understand where you stand, right? So that you can access, you can assess yourself, your performance, your own performance, which is very important, guys, trust me. And all this in your selected schedule in your choice of language. So what else do you want, guys? And this doesn't end here, because we are also having some bonus features like micro course and crash course. Micro course is the short term course, and that is, if you have any problem with any chapter, you can take the micro course pertaining to that particular chapter. So to fill up the gap in studies, we have these courses which which you can definitely avail, that too for free, no separate cost for these. And performance reports, as I already told you, along with personalized attention, which is not possible in YouTube. What you need to do is just visit the link below in the description box and pin comment. You will choose your grade, choose your board, and check out the details, and click on get subscription. You have three types of subscription: 1 month, 3 month, and 6 months. And I would recommend you to take the 6 month subscription, because here you end up paying less than what you pay each month. If you pay, you end up paying more, right? So do not forget to use the coupon code, because this is going to give you the discount offer, right? So this is the discount price that SWREPRO, this coupon code, is going to give you. So do not forget to apply the coupon code. Now coming to the plot summary. So as I told you already, the backdrop is Spanish Civil War, and the story starts with the description of an old man who was sitting at a bridge. So it was warlike situation as the fascist forces were advancing towards Ebro. Okay, so there were the fascists and they were advancing towards Ebro. Now our narrator, who's a news reporter, he was in charge to cross a bridge to check the advancement of, and that is where we come across the, I said that we need to focus on two aspects, the old man and the bridge, right? So here we come across the bridge, the second aspect, right? So the narrator is now to check, the advancement of the enemy forces, right? Now, question for you guys, very simple question. What is the narrator's job? Quickly do mention in the chat box right now. Okay, moving ahead. He saw the old man with steel-rimmed spectacle. Now, this is important for the character sketch also. So, character description. He was wearing a steel-rimmed spectacles, dusty clothes, sitting beside the road at the bridge. Here, at the bridge. Old man at the bridge. So, here we get the significance of the title as well. While carts, trucks, and people were crossing the bridge to get a safe distance from the enemies. So if they cross the bridge and reach to a point, they will be, safe from the fascists who are going to attack. Okay. So the old man looked too tired to walk any further. So he was at the bridge. He was not able to cross the bridge. If he is able to cross the bridge, then he would be safe from the enemies. But he was too tired to walk. Now remember, this too tired to walk, being too tired to walk, is also symbolic. As I told you, the story is, filled with symbolism. So I'm not revealing what symbolism actually is associated right now. But remember that this is too tired to walk is also symbolic. Now, Seeing the old man there for a long time, the speaker went to him and asked where he came from. So the narrator asks the old man where he came from, and the old man answered that he was coming from San Carlos, his native town, 12 kilometers away from there. The man smiled as it was a pleasure to mention his native land. So whenever the thought of his native land came, he started, in his mind, the flashback of his native land came, and he was very happy. And that smile in his face when he was uttering the name of his native land was, it justified that he was very happy, right? And question for you guys, what was the name of the old man's native town? Just now I mentioned. So let me see how alert you people were during the session. Quickly do mention right now in the chat box. All right. So then the speaker had a chat with they were conversing with each other, and the narrator came to know that the 76-year-old man. So how old was he? 76-year-old. Had no one. He had no one, but what? Whom did he have? He had pets: 2 goats, a cat, and 8 pigeons. Right? So he used to take care of these pet animals, and all these animals signify something else. That means all these animals are also having symbolic significance. We will discuss all the symbols together in the next session. Don't worry. Till then, you can think about the symbolism by yourselves. And they were his family, and he spent his time looking after the animals. Now that the enemy forces were approaching, he was asked to leave the place. So he was forced to leave the pets on their fate. Unfortunately, now this is actually the impact of war on common people, right? So what happens during the war is whenever there is an enemy force attacking, if you are in that area, you are forced to leave. You are forced to completely leave your land, and you're completely displaced. So what is it? Displacement. Displacement, or you can say dislocation. So let's say you are completely dislocated from your own home. How would you feel? How would your mental situation be? Right? Of course, we are not able to imagine because we are now safe and sound in our homes and nobody is there to displace us, right? But think about a situation when there is a war and the common people are forced to leave. They are dislocated from their original homeland. Think about their trauma. Okay, so that was this was the same for the old man, and he was also 76 years old, and he had animals and he had to leave them to their fate, right? The old man is anxious about what would happen to his family as in the animals, right? So because he was very closely associated with the animals, he had a bond, he had developed a bond with the animals. They were like his family members. He thinks that the cat would be able to, again, now he says the cat would be able to look after itself, very important because this also has symbolic meaning. But what about the pigeons and the goats? And the speaker consoles that they will all be fine. So the speaker has nothing to say. The speaker is also as helpless as the man, right? So there is again a connect between the speaker and the old man, because the speaker can only console, the narrator can only console by saying that everyone is going to be fine, but he is also puppet in the hands of a in the hands of a more powerful force, right? So the old man, the narrator, everyone is a puppet. No one has power, right? Everyone is powerless. The common people are powerless, and the war is a game between powerful people, right? In which the common people are like scapegoats. It is they who has to lose. It is the people who have common people who have to lose everything, right? And here the cat being able to look after itself, and the pigeons and the goats not being able to do so. This also has a symbolic meaning, which we will discuss in the next class. Question is, why did the old man have to leave his animals? Very simple. Do let me know in the chat box quickly. He asks the old man if he left the dove cage unlocked. Now here, if you note carefully, the pigeons. He was talking about the pigeons, right? The old man had pigeons, but the narrator at the end of the story, he is talking about a dove cage. So the pigeons are getting transformed into doves. Now, is this just a slip of a tongue, or does it have a deeper meaning? So this also we have to think about. And what do you think about this? Do let me know in the chat box right now. Now, the narrator asks whether the cage is unlocked, and the old man says, yes, the cage is unlocked so they can fly. But they cannot, but he cannot throw a light on the future of the goats. Now again, the goat not being able to escape has some deeper symbolic meaning. So think about all the symbolic meaning. I have already given you hints of what is having symbolic meaning. So now what is the what is the symbolism associated with it, that you have to think about and tell me in the chat box or in the comment section quickly. Then our narrator urged the man to get up and try to walk further. But the old man, he tried to walk, but he was so tired that he again sat down in the dust. So he had given up completely. The narrator mentions that it was Easter Sunday and a grey overcast day. Very important. Easter Sunday, Easter Sunday is the mention of Easter Sunday is very ironic over here. And why is it so? Because Easter, I think you know that Easter is, okay, first of all, I would not reveal this. You tell me, what is the irony associated with Easter Sunday? This is the homework, okay? Irony associated with Easter Sunday. Quickly, do let me know in the chat box. Okay, in the comment section, do let me know. And it was a gray overcast day, right? He finishes the story. Now it was gray, it was the sky was overcast, it was not clear. So definitely the narrator finishes the story by commenting that there was nothing in favor of the old man except the facts that the enemy planes were not up in the sky for the overcast weather, and that the cats can look after themselves. Very, very important and a very powerful comment on the impact of war, which actually leaves the common people completely at the fate of, maybe an overcast sky, or the consolation that the cats can look after themselves, right? So, how powerless and how diminutive we become in the face of the more powerful. And the same goes for the narrator itself. The narrator, despite knowing the fact that his fate is today, maybe he will be saved because of the overcast sky, but what about the next day? Right? So despite knowing this fact, he is completely powerless as well, right? So somehow the old man and the narrator are also connected in this manner, right? So this is a brilliant story and a beautiful commentary on the impact of war in the lives of the common people. So this is the homework question, guys. What do the incidents in the story show about the consequences of war? Right? So do let me know in the comment section about this and the other questions that I have asked right now while I was teaching you taking the session. And yes, we will be doing in the next session, we will be concentrating on the important symbols and themes, title, and various other questions, right? So today we have just discussed the plot line, right? And in the next session, we will be going deeper into the analysis part, right? So do not miss the next session as well. Okay, thank you so much. And yes, before you go, do visit the link in the description box and get your problem solved. And these are the features that I've already explained. So choose your grade, choose your board, check out the details, click on get subscription. You have 3 types of subscription, guys. The most recommended would be the 6-month subscription. So do not forget to use the coupon code SWREPRO. And thank you so much for watching. Take care. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, guys, then what are you waiting for? Quickly do subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Do comment on the homework question and all the questions that I've asked during the session. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.